Hello, I am Sneha Vivekanand Kaur. Today we will solve some of the error detection questions. These are very important questions in SBI PO clerk exams. So we will start with the question. In this question there are 4 parts A, B, C, D. You should find out which part of the sentence contains error, and if none of the part contains error you should mark no error. So we will continue to read the statement. The accidental firing of an Indian missile. So this part is correct. Into Pakistan. Into is correct because this is boundary of Pakistan and missile is coming from outside. You might have learned in the newspaper that there was accident firing from India to Pakistan. It is going from outside the boundary of Pakistan to into the boundary of Pakistan. So it should be into. So into is correct. Into the Pakistan on the March 9 calls for the serious introspection by, so it is correct, by the two nuclear armed adversaries about the perils means dangers of living under the shadow. If you are living under the tree, it is called person is living under the tree or standing under the tree. And if there is a shadow, if there is a shadow of the tree and person is standing in the shadow, it is called person is standing in the shadow and not under. So you should note that it is in the shadow. Preposition in should be used and not under. Here you can use under the tree, but here it is in the shadow. Person is standing in the shadow. So this is important question, you should remember. So we will go to the next question. But more pertinently, the incident highlights sorry state of bilateral mechanisms for crisis management between two nuclear weapon adversaries, where there is a missile flight of barely few minutes. Few is plural countable noun. Few is plural countable noun, plural and countable. So now, this minute should be plural. So it becomes minutes, barely, few minutes. So error is in the part D. So now we'll go to the next sentence. In that sense then, the India and Pakistani responses, Pakistani shows position, responses to the missile firing was the best possible outcome under the circumstances, given that there is little bilateral mechanism for crisis management. Now this was verb is used for which noun? It is used for responses. You can see responses is plural. So the verb will be plural. So it will be verb. Verb will be used instead of was. Pakistani responses to the missile firing were the best possible outcome. So error is in the part B. Now we'll study the next question. The two sides do not have high commissioners. On the other side, there is no structural bilateral dialogue, and most importantly, two sides did not hold expert level talks on the nuclear confidence building measures or expert level talks on conventional confidence building measure for several years. In 120 rules, you know that if you use for, since, with, time, you have to use two important tenses. Those are, you have to use tenses perfect and perfect or perfect continuous tense. In perfect tense we have plus V3, or if it is past perfect, this is present. If it is past perfect, have or has plus V3 we have here. Past perfect, it will be had plus V3. So this did not hold will be replaced by did not. Did not hold will be replaced by have, because did is have, not held. Held is V3, and this is past perfect tense which we have used for here. So error is in the part B. Error is in the part B. We'll solve the next question. There have been several broken arrows accident that involves nuclear weapons or nuclear weapon components do not create risk of nuclear war, acknowledged and otherwise, that took place during the Cold War, even though those accidents did not involve two rivals. In this question you can see that, tell me, do not is used for which noun? First, if it is noun is singular, what you should use? Does. If noun is plural, you should use do. In the present tense, you can see do not is used for accident. Now accident is singular, so what you should use is does not. Accident is singular, so you should use here does not. Does not should be used here. So error is in the part B. Error is in the part B of the sentence. So I hope you have understood all the questions. Thank you.